you don't know what's going on, I will tell you what's going on. We'll see that later. However, Brad's out of breath. Try not to have awkward breathing in the background. We have this mess. This glorious broken hitch pin. And I'm trying to make a new one equally as short from one that's very long. Now, we missed out the fun on the first half of the grinding. It would be good to wear safety goggles. Not that I can see much, but we'll give it a whirl. How do I look?
Pretty good.
Toasty. I wouldn't touch that. And there's a bit of a rough edge I gotta clean up since I was trying to be safe wearing glasses. You want a close up? Look at how bad of a job I did. That's what you do when you wear safety goggles that are dusty. And you probably should wear gloves. Or not touch the hot end. We have a handful of blades for the grinder. We finally found these glorious chop blades. They're very thin, and they cut through metal 3 times as fast as one of these thick guys. And it took me all my life for Dad to finally buy a couple of them at Rural King. It's the greatest thing ever. We can cut through any chunk of metal, rebar, slab of steel, plate, and do it quick. And these thick ones really just for finish grinding, like make had to show off making lots of sparks. However, hopefully this will go into a hole easier now that it's slightly rounded off. Well, we cut ourselves a new pin. Not as pretty as the first one because I had to drill 2 holes to put 2 cotter pins in it to hold it in place, and then find 2 washers. This is the most difficult place to get into, I feel like. Most of our machinery is, and they all have their tight spaces. Most time you'll bust a knuckle or 2 or 3 or all of them, or the same one over and over again. Is our hole is below our frame channel, so I don't have a straight shot at it unless the disc is up. I can't put the disc up because I have the cylinder out so I can get down here to work on things. And for anybody who's wondering, this is a Ford 230 disc, probably made sometime in the late 60s. Not everything I like is old, but quite a few things are, like tractors, most farm equipment. Maybe a few cars, but they don't handle rust as well as farm equipment does. Oh boy. I wonder if there's just dirt in our way. Rust never looks so good on a classic car, but apparently it looks great for a farm equipment. I had grand plans of taking this whole machine apart and almost starting from scratch, replacing every bolt, all the disc bearings. Not the blades. The blades still had a couple years of life left in them. Plus, I kind of would have blown the budget. Paint's fairly cheap. The bearings absolutely needed replacing. I guess the bolts wouldn't be too bad. But the blades, depending upon how you price them, where I can find them, are easily $20 plus a piece, times there's 28 blades on here. For what I spent for the disc, that probably would have, what, 5 times on the value at least for what I paid for it. But I don't have any outstanding loans to a bank for it, so that's good. It's not new, it's not shiny, but it'll still do the same work of a brand new one. Just might need a little bit more tinkering every once in a while. Which right now, my stage of farming, this being my second full year, I've got more time to tinker than money. I really don't have time to tinker, I got too much stuff to do. Hammer and the pry bar, please. Down low by the cylinder. Now, this disc had quite a few sins from the previous owner. There's a parallel lift linkage that I'm working on that has a safety feature to keep farmers from putting an extra harrow on the back to help level the soil out. Well, that's not, this machine isn't made to have the extra weight on the back. And they do that as part of the hitch, not having any positive force to pull the front down. So when you add a few hundred pounds to the back, the whole disc tips back and then the rear blades will run on the ground even though the wheels are all the way down to lift the machine up. Well, they bent a whole lot of stuff in the frame that you can't see right now because it's all really tight and covered up. I'm not getting much work done because I'm talking, and it could get somewhat loud with the hammering.